Hi guys, it's Pure Gamer. Today we're doing a new video. It's kind of a different video from some of my others. Some of my others have been making money in different styles of videos on GTA. But this is actually a DL. It's nothing to do with the DLC, is what I mean. It's basically just a random video that I thought you guys like to see, because sometimes you get in the comments what cars you have, you know, the different modifications on the cars. So basically that's what the video I'm going to do today. Now we're going to go over the basic ones. We're going to start left side here. So basically we've just got a standard issue Elegy. This is basically the Nissan GTR. It's stock. I bought it for a glitch a while ago, but the glitches have all been patched, so they're useless. So you ever see one of these that are stock, then obviously understand that it's just for an old glitch that doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. Again, we got another Elegy. We have another Elegy there. Then we come over to the Ocelot. The Ocelot F620. Now this is a bit like a Jag and an Aston Martin mixed, and a bit like a Maserati too. Really nice. Really nice. I just love the detail to it, but when I got this car, I was like, oh, I'll put it in like a black, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get two of these and put one in black and one in like a nice weird red. So I built this, and I think I got rid of the black one because that was basically my Maserati, the black one. But this is just a car pretty much. It can be whatever it wants. But yeah, this is basically a very nice car, very fast, and all the cars that I'll show you, the ones that aren't stock like these, all of them will be fully maxed out, so they're all really good. Right, so we'll move on to the next one. That is the Buffalo. Now, the Buffalo S. No, it's just the Bravado Buffalo. Thought it was the Buffalo S. So, we have the normal Buffalo. It's basically just a standard issue Buffalo, nicked off the street. And it's not the one that Franklin drives, because that's the sport version. And this is basically had tinted windows, ice white. The engine, braking, transmission, everything's been done up on it. And haven't put a personalised number plate, but I've kept the number plate white instead of a different colour. Put a massive exhaust on compared to the other exhausts. And basically, I kept the tyres silver because it suited the car. It would look really nice as it was. And we got a standard issue Elegy, another one, and another one. We're not going to have any more Elegies for this one. And right now, we have the Sultan RS. And this is the two-door version. Now this is basically the one you take to Benny's, and this is being fully maxed out. Now normally I had the old Elegy. If you watch back and read some of my old videos, not Elegy, the Sultan, I had it in this colour, and I really liked it in this colour. But what I've done instead is you basically see there's more of a shine on it on this colour, and what I've done is I've customised it to have. Obviously, Benny's upgrade, so it's two doors, faster. It's basically a supercar, but it's got a nice shine. It's got a nice shiny feel on it. Obviously, done the usual black number plate on the car with the black skids at the back and skirts and things like that. We've got the nice front bumpers. I went for that one because I wanted the intercooler exposed. We've still got the badge, the RS badge. Then we come to a car that I've recently bought again. It's the Benefactor Dubster 6x6. Now, this car is a beast. It is mental. It basically is just a six-wheeler. It's four at the back, two at the front. It's a beast. You'll see it in Top Gear when Hammond was driving it. It's an amazing. But the only thing is on this game, it drifts. The handling is amazing, but if you decide you want to drift it, not it wants to drift. If you go, oh, I want to drift it, oh, it'll drift massively. Now, obviously, you see these cars in Dubai. They're obviously gold, massive colours. Oh, we've got a Mob Boss number plate. But for this, I just wanted it silver, because as you'll notice, a lot of my cars like to keep it classic. But this is actually a metal silver on it, a bit like what you put on an Aston Martin, pretty much. But I should basically see that a lot of my cars I like to have a stock colour, but the odd few I like to have mad colours like the blue over there. And you'll see throughout this video more of them. But this is one of my nicest cars here. This is one of my newest cars too that I've rebought again. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the next garage. So I'll see you when we get there. And we'll simple car again. But it's quick to fly through. This is just a normal Elegy again. Nothing done with it. Okay, so we moved to something that I bought a while ago during the summer holidays, just to do an off-roading thing with Lewis and the rest of the group that I'm normally with. Basically, it's Nakazaki Blazer. It's basically a quad bike that's absolutely pimped out to be fast, and it is pretty cool and fast. Then we come to our HVY, so heavy insurgent pickup. This thing is a beast. Yes, this thing is well, it unleashes hell 90% of the time, let's say, because well, it's just an absolute beast. It's got his armor up there for the gunner. It's got the inside. It's got enough armor easily to get exposed and shot, so he will pretty much die. I've got off-roading tyres that obviously are bulletproof. I went for silver purely because I didn't want to go with like them camos, because obviously, you know, I didn't want a camo because they all look stupid normally. Because you see everyone driving around with these red and blue and green camos and that. And I wanted something different. Obviously, wanted a classic car because it reminded me a bit of Hobbs when I did it. You know, Hobbs out of Fast and Furious with his proper insurgent. Except from he doesn't have the armoured one. I'll show you what I've done with the insurgent that isn't armoured. So, let's move on to, we'll skip that car because that car is useless to us. We have the Elegy Retro Custom. Now, for some reason, I've put the number plate F-type on. It should be too slow. But so we got the split six rims. We got a nice chrome with my old classic crew colour that was blue. That had an intail into it. As you can see, if you look really carefully in the light, you can see a bit of blue and purple in it. You've obviously got your carbon roof and spoiler. Well, that's not a spoiler, is it? It's really just a massive, like, 2 sticks and a stick across, pretty much. Exposed exhausts. Basically, this is like a street racing car. It's a street racer's dream to drive. It's basically a Skyline GTR, the old one. Anyway, so we'll move to the only tank that you can store in a warehouse thingy. It is, again, another beast. It's not customized at all. It's the APC. There's no customization on it. It's just got the normal creamed colour. Is that a cream? We'll say it's a greeny cream colour. It's a bit of like bronze too in there. But basically it's a nice armoured vehicle. It does a lot of damage. It used to be out of Ballad of Gaytoni. It does more than damage than it used to do in Ballad of Gaytoni. That's good. Like to see that. We will now move on to the Benefactor SWAT. I can never say that, but basically it's a Mercedes. We all know that. It's Mercedes. Now, I wanted it to feel like it had a wrap on it, not just like a random colour. I wanted it to feel like it was wrapped, so I put a matte colour on, because matte always makes it feel like it's got wrapped. Like you go to a customization place, and basically it's got matte orange. It's got some split six again. I put split six on pretty much everything that I own. And then I've got my nice tinted windows detailed on it. Then I've got a spoiler, nice carbon spoiler. I've got the number plate white. I've gone for all the engine upgrades as usual, braking, transmission, suspension, all that fun stuff. And basically this car is one of my favourites because, as it actually you'll see on my channel, I'll put a link in the description, and I'll also put it as at the end of this video. I'll put like an easier way to get to the video. Me and Ewan, an old friend, we were drifting in these, and basically we went mental with them and actually did kind of a cool video. I kind of like that video. It's one of my favourites I made. Right, then we have the Armour Kuruma, aka Split 6 Matte Black. I think I went. Yeah, I went matte black. Too slow at the back, yep. Because obviously this thing is a beast, speed and ramming, and just overall it is a king of the streets. I normally use this during missions. I only bought it because of the run missions, but now obviously I have it because it'll help me in any mission, and it's just easier to use than worrying about getting shot in a car, say like that. So it's a lot easier to maneuver and just ram through things, and just easier to, if you're ever getting chased by someone or have a bounty, then you might take that out, because that's going to protect you at the end of the day. Then we'll skip the elegy over here. Then we have the Sentinel. Now, this is actually one of my first cars. This isn't the exact car that I ever first got on 360, because obviously this is my Xbox One account, but I have got a car that I had on 360, and basically I customized it the exact same that I did on 360 and left it, but that's in another garage, and we'll get to that later. Now, this car I really like. I think, let's check. Let me check. No, this isn't the metal roof, I don't think. No, this doesn't seem to be the metal roof. There is one that I've got a metal roof, unless this is the metal roof and it's just not working. But we'll get to a metal roof if we can soon. So, this is pretty much a beast of a car. I went for a weird blue, actually. Because you'll notice I have some weird colours. And then I'll have some normal colours. So you have a like, normal matte black. You know, you'll have a chrome weird colour. Then you'll have a matte orange that's normal but not. And then you'll have like this weird kind of cool blue that I really like. This is again one of my favourite videos. I used it and I just drifted like mental in again. I don't know where that is. I think that might have been on my old channel one. So what we'll do is we'll go to the next garage. I'll see you guys when we get there. Okay guys, as you can see, we're in the next garage. Now as you can definitely see, there is quite a few more unique cars and cooler cars. But first of all, we'll start on the left again. Now we have the Contender. Now this car I used to have in blue and I did a video on. And basically this car split six again, but basically it's matte black. It's I try to have a Men in Black kind of feel, because when you go to Area 51, these are the cars and these are the colours that are on the cars that will follow you if you go past the boundary areas. Basically these cars are beast. They go off-road, they do dirt tracks, they go mental pretty much. This is a car that I was thinking of putting on the track that I do, you know, that Nürburgring series I've started. Was thinking of me actually maybe putting this on the track and seeing how good it does. But we'll just have to see, because obviously at the moment I've got a problem with Sony Vegas. So until that sorts out, we can't do any more of them. But this is a car I definitely want to put on the track the minute I can. Now we have the it's the Unbatched Oracle. Basically, Mod Boss, yeah, pretty cool number plate. Blacked out BMW M5 pretty much. It's a beast. Let's be honest, it is a beast. There's not really much customization you can do on it really, besides black it out or do whatever colour you want to it. I blacked it out pretty much and made it a wheelman type car. You know, this thing can drift, it can go flooring down highways, it can take nice corners, it can do what you need it to do, basically. Then we'll come to the Parai that I made as a Fast and Furious style car. I shall see, I'll put the neon if I can, if the neon comes on. Engine turn on. Let's get out of this. As you can see, the green. So it's like the Hondas, I think, in Speed, not Need for Speed, in Fast and Furious 1 it would have been. Basically, it's the cars that go and hijack the lorries. When they go under the lorries and like trying to hijack the big lorries. This is what I tried to make. Basically, it's a four-wheel drive car, so it kind of doesn't work in a way. But in ways it does work, because obviously the neon and the shape of the car works. So we'll move on to the next car. We ignore them because they're just our stock cars. This one is our stock. This is actually a stock Buffalo. I don't think I've done anything to this, but I will show you anyway. It's basically like the exact same like the other Buffalo. It's not the Buffalo S. It's not even assured. So we will move on to a more, well, we go from a poor car to a Rolls Royce pretty much. This is the Super Diamond. Now I went for a matte white because I thought, you know what, let's not have a classic white or anything like that. We'll go for matte ice white. We've got the split six tyres again, as always, the nice big rims. We've obviously got a silver livery. We've got a Mod Boss on again. And we've blacked out the windows. Again, this is a really fast car, and it can, for some reason, it can drift corners very big and very quick. It's actually a pretty cool car. Let's see if we can get around the back. No, we can't, but this is what it looks like from the back. We've got like a little antenna thing, radio thing that would go up if you needed it, but obviously that doesn't exist in the game working. So we'll move on to the next car. That is basically a Bentley in real life. That is a Rolls Royce, but these are Bentleys. It doesn't make sense. Oh well. Unless it's no, these might be Rolls Royce 4 doors that are... Oh well, right, that doesn't matter. Right, so, the Kawasaki 55. I can never say some of these names in the game, it's weird. This is basically a matte black. It's got interior, it's got a cream interior. It's really cool. I like this car because I like these three cars because I have them all together as a unit, all three saloon cars that are like luxury saloon cars though, so it's really cool. This is sort of a VIP car, you know. You'd see someone rich, you know, VIP leader maybe, or a boss in the back and a drive and some security around this. It's more of a private car, getting from A to B. Fortunately, though, you can see through the dark tints. It's kind of annoying from far distance, actually. I've only just realised while looking at these. But again, still a really cool car. Then we have basically the exact same car, but this is not the 55. This is the first version that was in the Ballard's Gatoni. And this has actually just got a metal silver on it. And it's got the split 6 again. It's being blacked out. It's got the Mob Boss just like this number plate. And basically it's pretty much a cool car, but they're both being blacked out like luxury cars. But this is silver, and obviously that's on matte black. So they're different kind of styles. And obviously this is the older version, and that's the new one. So it makes it better. A lot better. Anyway, so we'll move on to Hobbs' car, as I like to call it. Basically, Fast and Furious, Hobbs had this. And I did have it in the exact colour of Hobbs. But for some reason, I've changed it into more of a sandy sandstone colour with a bit of green in it. It has. And obviously we've got the green wheels. Now this car is pretty much a boss, but the only thing is it's not armoured at the top, and obviously you can get shot from every point in angle. All the windows are exposed. So obviously the other one is a bit better with the armour and the massive gunner with armour on him too. So obviously, you know, it is a bit of a letdown that it's not like the Kuruma. We don't have the Kuruma in here. The Kuruma was the last garage. But imagine if you had the Kuruma armour on the front windows and the side windows, and this was just driving around. You'd be able to smash into anything and win against every battle using cars. But what we'll do now, guys, is we will move on to the next garage. So I'll see you when we get to the next garage. Guys, we are now back in the next garage. Now this garage is a little bit dead, but that's because obviously my most important and main cars, technically the Tampa, should be in what I like to call the mothership of garages, but we'll get to that garage later on because there's obviously 3 different garages with 3 different floors in each one. So we'll get to the mothership of that later. First of all, we have our most important and nicest car in here, I say. It's the Classic Tampa. I call it Classic Tampa because it's a classic muscle. It's a brilliant car, sounds amazing. I went black for this, but I went like a shiny silvery black on it. So it's more of a graphite. Split 6 again. We blacked out the windows, and we put a little bit of a lip spoiler on because we didn't want too much of a massive spoiler, but we wanted a nice little spoiler just so it gives it that detail of muscle car, because this is obviously what you would have your muscle car like in America, unless obviously you want it different. Obviously it's your choice, your car. Pretty cool to own a muscle car like that, but yeah, it's a cool car. Now what we'll do is we'll skip that car, and we'll go over to the Banshee 900. I forgot the R, but oh well. Here we are. Hey. So I went for a bit of I didn't like the big race kit with a massive spoiler here and this, that and the other. I just wanted a classic Banshee that I could take to Benny's and fully modify without having to have it too wrecked. Because I like the Banshee, classic Banshee. So I kept the classic Banshee sort of. It's just got a bit of a wider body. The hood scoop on the top of the roof. The vents are a bit different. Obviously a lot faster. Nothing else. You've still split 6. Your interior customization that we'll have a little look inside. Let's have a little look around. So we have our massive handbrake on that engine. Sounds very nice. Then we have really cool chairs that are pretty much like the ones I sit on at home. The DXR racers. And basically you have all your little buttons that obviously you can't do anything with. And that cool box down there. Your sticks across. And obviously you got your normal wheel for the Banshee. Then we will move over to the Ford GT. Now this Ford GT, you look at it from this side here, it looked a bit black. But you can see the blue on it, but it looked a bit black from here. You come over here, it's blue. The whole car is actually a really cool blue, but it sort of shades. So this is dark here, then it turns to a nice light blue. Dark, light. See, it's really cool. Now, I wanted to try and make the one out of Fast and Furious, but I couldn't. So I just went for some weird colour, and as you've seen, I make some normal cars, like the one down there, and then I make some really weird cars with some really cool colours. And obviously split 6, blacked out, but the paint is the priority for this car. This car is a beast. Yes, you've seen it go around my version of the Nürburgring, and it is really good. Expect to see lots of these cars that you see in this video, go around the Nürburgring. Now this is a car that hasn't been customized, but I remember buying it a couple of months ago now. I had this, and I think I had another Aston Martin, but I can't remember where I've put that. But basically, it's the Ducati Exemplar, and basically it's the 4-door Aston Martin in real life, and basically it's a beast. We won't keep too much time on it because it's not customized. But even without customization, it's really fast, really strong. It's good turning. It's good at races. Really good at some races. So it's a good thing to have if you want to do some races and you want something that's good control, and you don't want something that's like too fast. Like one of these sports cars over here, you can always go for this. Now what we'll do is we'll go to... Okay guys, so we are now in the last garage before we head off to the mothership of all garages. So, first of all, we have, basically it's a classic Futo, and I call it classic Futo because it's not got the massive spoiler on. You know, it's got a massive exhaust, but not the massive spoiler. Basically, if you normally see one of these driving around, it's normally got the massive spoiler and massive exhaust. I just went for the massive exhaust, and basically I use it for drifting and just car meets that are low class, you know, drift car meets, or car meets where we're not allowed to use high-end or exotic cars. Because look at it, it's just a brilliant car, nice little paint job, blue, black, and these aren't the split six. I think these are just the normal rims that I went with, so I kind of like that. Then we actually have an Elegy that we can actually show you. We have a silver Elegy, like the one out of Fast and Furious 5 at the end, where Dom and Brian race. I'm trying to think what Dom was driving. He was driving the Dodge Charger, and Dom was driving the Dodge Charger, and obviously Paul was driving the GTR in Fast and Furious 5 at the very end, where they're down the coastal road towards the baby for the beginning of number 6. So that's the nice silver car. Then, as you can see, we got another Fast and Furious car. This is the one at Fast and Furious 7. Again, it's Paul's car, aka Brian. And basically, we're bringing back the nice, cool colours that it had in Fast and Furious 7. Basically, I wanted a car that was fast and cool. Now, I have 2 of these that when I go for racing in a sports class, I'll always use one or the other. Purely because it's better than using some of the other sports cars, because it's the fastest sports car. And obviously, and then there's some others that actually overtake it a lot of the time. So it's not the fastest all the time, because they change the tunables, don't they? And this car, for some reason, always gets changed. 1 minute it's the fastest sports car, next minute it's not. So it's different how they change it all the time. Obviously, we skipped that one. That's just stock. Then this is the non-classic Futo. As you can see, we got massive spoiler, massive exhaust, blacked out. Now this is a good car to drift, but it's more for my unusual rally races that I sometimes do. Sometimes I'll go up into the quarry area of the map and we'll do some rally racing and just some random stuff that I can do with this car because its capability is really good. Then we'll move over to our Jags, and these are the Lampadati Felons. And basically this is just a silver with the blacked out. It's all the cars, like I keep saying, fully souped up to the best of their ability. This has split 6. Obviously, like every other car seems to have a split 6, you know. Let's check this car has split 6. Hooray! It's a car with another split 6. So this is a weird, as you can see, it's a weird colour if you think about it, but it's not. Because this is something you'd probably see on a Jag, actually. A nice silver like this. Because obviously I've got some weird colours, haven't I? Like the blue over there. Maybe that silver you could classify as weird. But this is a normal colour, as you said before. I like my normal colours, but I also like having some strange colours. And this is the exact same colour. Exact same car, I mean. But this is a graphite. Now, graphite is one of my favourite colours in the games. As you'll see when we get to some of the other garage floors in the garage. Of the mothership garage, I don't know why I call that, but I still like the name of it, actually. And obviously got a Mob Boss, and that says Mob Boss. So they're both basically pretty much the same car, just this is graphite. I prefer that one there for some reason, because it's got a different colour to graphite. You know, I have a lot of cars that are graphite, but that nice silvery colour is a lot nicer. Then we come over to the Pendulum. And basically this is just a beast because it's got a lot of speed, but the only problem is its handling is awful sometimes. depending if you go around sharp corners or wide corners. Again, split six, like every car has split six for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a nice customization to put on the rims. Again, this is a fully customizable car that I like to use drifting, like that car over there, and also that car there. Drifting around rallies and rally tracks and just drift tracks and things like that. And again, this is a car that you'll see coming soon, just like most of the cars in this garage, coming to the Nürburgring, because these are really fun cars to drive and they handle really good. So I think we should put this on the Nürburgring track the minute we can. Now, this is the first bike we've had so far. Now, I was thinking of showing you the bike garage, but because the bike garage is technically getting sold, because I'm getting rid of all the bikes, I thought I may as well just get rid of it because the bikes are all going. So this is a vehicle I have. It's a Western Demon. I'm not really sure why it says not insured, because obviously I bought it from the website. But that's a bit weird. But oh well, that doesn't matter. It's still a beast of a vehicle. It's black with nice flame red. It's got the Lost MC on the seat rest. It's really cool. It's a nice style chopper. Let's listen to it. See, does the engine turn on? Yep. Now that is a nice engine. Right, okay. Now we're going to go to the Shelby GT500, the newer version. My version on that, or Ford Mustang, however you want to call it. Basically, it's a beast of a car. It's got the nice silvery metal colour on it with the blue stripe down the middle. It's a really cool car. Obviously, it's a muscle car, so it's really bad at corner, unfortunately. It's one of the worst cars for cornering, but when it comes to speed, it definitely performs the best it can. I really like this car for like speed, because I also just like cruising in this too, because it's a fun car to cruise in. But what we'll do is we'll now move over to the mothership of garages. So I'll see you guys when we get there. Okay guys, so we're now back. We are in the first floor of level 1 of the garage 1. And basically this is pretty much our Lamborghini collection to our some exotic cars, pretty much. It's pretty cool. I said pretty quite a lot there. But basically this is the Lamborghini Gallardo in real life, but it is the Pagani or Pegasus, I should actually say, not Pagani. I don't know why I call it Pagani, but it's the Pegasus Tempesta that is close as I can get to a Lamborghini Gallardo, especially with that back. Only if the window was not like it is. If it was more of like a cross window instead of like that, it would be a Gallardo. But it's a cool car. Some people have mixed feelings about this. I really like it when it's white, and I like the front of it. I like the side, and then I get to the back and it disappoints me. But some people really like it. I like bits of it, not all of it. Then we'll move to our next Lamborghini, that is the Reaper. That is pretty much, people say it's a mix between an Aventador and also a mix between the new, trying to think, the newer Lamborghinis. There's two of the new Lamborghinis, so I would say it's nothing like a Lamborghini at the moment. There's some stuff people obviously say it's a Aventador, but I know what Aventador looks like. Nothing like that. I'd say this is more an Aventador look from the side. From basically what you can see in that screen there now, from like where it sort of vents off and you have the side vents, that is an Aventador, and the back of it obviously is a Gallardo. This, it could be anything you want pretty much. You call it what you want, guys. Really cool. Now, as you can see, this is a nice ice white, and this is a nice white wine red with a pearlescent on it. So two different colours, obviously. Then I sort of kept the same colour, but customised it a bit, some more orangey, for another car that can be classified as a Gallardo and also classified as an Aventador. So it's a mixed. This was the first Lamborghini we got in the game, and it was the Vaca. Now, obviously, classic Vaca, you know, you make it orange or you make it white. That's what a lot of people did. So, basically, we'll move on to the next car. That is the... We'll move on to the next car. That is the L811. That is basically the Porsche 918. It is a beast of a car now. As you can see, I went for the convertible. Well, the non-roof one, basically. It's a beast of a car. I went for a graphite with a black in it. So it's kind of mixed into how it is. It looks really cool. And basically, I used to have like a weird blue on it, but obviously I've changed how I wanted it. And basically, I like my supercars, as you're able to tell from these garages. Now, the next vehicle is obviously the Dubachi Vaca. Don't know why I call it Vaca. It's Wagner. Right. So, it's a silver metal on it. I basically went online and looked at the newest Aston Martins. And basically it looked exactly like that. So I built it like the new Aston Martin. Its top speed is absolutely amazing. And it's a beast of a car. I know you've all spotted the car that's next to it and you all want me to move on to that one. So we're going to move on to that one. Yeah, it's the car that I'm not 100% with. The Batmobile. I can't sell it. I can't do anything with it. It's kind of annoying because I don't 100% like it anymore. I wasted some good cars like the brand new Ford GT, so the FMJ, some of my nice hyper and supercars, so kind of waste of a car because I can't really do anything with it because I can't sell it or customise it because I haven't got the back of the MOC thing and you need 900,000. I've only got 200,000 unfortunately left. But this is a nice car in some ways. It's got 6 wheels, the doors are amazing. The inside, like the radar, I wish that worked and things like that, but obviously you can't get for everything. And this engine, just look at that and listen to it. It sounds for some reason like a muscle car, but that engine, like the booster thing on the back, it looks realistically cool. Anyway, we will move upstairs. We'll quickly run up here. Off we go. Then we move on to more of the supercars, the sport cars sort of things. Now this is the XA21. Now I've got 2. I've got a graphite that's blacked out, split 6, amazing. Obviously the spoiler retracts out. It is an amazing car this. I really like this car. Then we have a white X21. And basically it's, again, you know, wheels are all the same pretty much as you can see from every car. But basically I wanted 2 because I wanted a graphite, but I also wanted it in white. So I was like, I have the money, so I may as well have 2. That is the logic if you have a lot of money, because at the point we had a lot of glitches, shall we say, and there was a lot of things that you could do that were helping you get cash, and there was loads more missions and things like that on Double Money XP, so it's an easy way to make loads of cash, and I had the cash for it. Then we have the Rapid GT. And basically this is basically like the Exemplar, but it's based off the Exemplar too, because the Exemplar is exactly built off this, but obviously there's 2 more doors on it at the back. This is convertible. Again, it's got like a graphite on it with a silver mixed in. Just give you a little tour of that there, how amazing that is. Because you just look at it and you just see how amazing that Aston Martin basically is. Then we move over to the Massacre. That is one of my favourite sports cars, but obviously doesn't beat the Skylines, aka the GTRs I mean. And basically it is what you see. It's an amazing, cool, weird colour on it, but it's a boss car. Then we move over to the Prosion GP1. Again, another amazing car. It's beast. It's retractable spoiler. No, it doesn't. I thought it would, but when I got it, I was like, okay, you can either have it up, half up, a little bit more up, completely up, or flat down like that. So I preferred it flat. But this is based in McLaren F1, but obviously the steering wheel isn't in the middle like real life, and it's not a 3-seater. Now, we have the Prosion T20. That is, again, an amazing car. As you can see, got 2 of them. Again, I had the cash for it. Ice white or matte orange, like every other McLaren you see. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the 3rd floor. Sorry about that. So, we have the Adder. Again, 2 adders, nice. graphite black shiny. I wanted it as shiny as I could. And we also had nice ice white shiny. These once were the fastest car in the game. But obviously now there's loads more components, as you'll see in this garage, that are faster than them. And unfortunately they get outbeaten. It is very sad to see that these classic cars once were $1 million and the only most expensive and fastest thing in the game. Now you've got cars like the one down there that we'll basically see from here. Maybe. The one down there that is 3.7 million and isn't the fastest car in the game. Then we have the big brother of the others, the Nero. That's basically the Bugatti Chiron. And again, this is one of the best retractable spoilers in the game too. It just looks amazing. Only if they added the retractable spoilers with these, it would have been brilliant. Maybe if it's something they do at Benny's, I don't know. Now we have the Jester, the Dinka Jester. Now basically it's a Honda NXS, I think. But also I wanted a BMW i8 look on it. For some weird reason, someone said, why don't you do a BMW i8 look on it? So I did. Looked at BMW i8s and there's a lot of shiny blue ones that are like brand new out the shop, but they're like 120 grand more if you obviously go for a weirder colour than a normal classic i8 colour. So obviously I went for a weird and amazing blue colour that really suits it. I don't know how I did it. I'll have to do a tutorial video, guys, so you guys can see how I do my colours on my cars, because these are amazing. And some of them aren't modded. Like this one is not modded. There will be one maybe later that you see that is modded, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So this is a silver normal standard Nissan GTR. No, it's not. It's an Audi R8. The standard issue Audi R8. Who doesn't want one of these? Again, you can see the difference in the R8 and the convertible R8 is you obviously have the massive back, because obviously it has to store the roof. Even if you put the roof up, obviously you still got the massive extension on the end here, like the massive bit here to here. I prefer this version because it's convertible and it just looks cool for some weird reason. Don't know why. This reminds me of an Audi TT. This is more of an R8. Again, both really cool cars. Customization. Again, they're kind of surprisingly good at drifting. It's kind of weird. Now we come to the Entity XF. I never knew it was called Overflod. That's pretty cool. Anyway, this is a graphite brown. It's got loads of graphite. Now from this, it looks the most shiniest thing ever from here. It looks amazing. This car is a beast, fully maxed out, and it is an amazing car. I love me supercars and me hypercars, but what we'll do is we'll move on. Okay guys, so we're back with the second garage, first floor. Now first of all we have the Corvette that's known as the Coquette. Now it's a nice ice white, matte ice white with pretty much, it's got a matte black kind of colour on the back for the secondary, just to cover things like that and the arches and things like that, because I think it looked really cool, but I didn't want it completely ice white. And by the way, you're probably wondering why we're going so quick through this, because we've got so many cars and things like that. It's, you know, you can see them. You can pause the video if you want to look at them, and obviously if you want me to do more detail into each personal car, then I'll make a video on each one, but you need to put in the description that you want that, guys, and it'll be done. So now we have the Casco, a car that Lewis got me to buy, but he had it in red and he was like, guys, don't copy me. So I went white, because as you can tell, I do like my classic colours, and white, ice white seems to be a car colour that looks nice on most cars, and as you can see, it does on that car, and it does definitely on this car. This car sounds amazing, it is amazing, the speed is brilliant. What we'll do is we'll move on to our classic car. Now you can see that it hasn't got tinted windows like most of my cars, and that's purely because I wanted to keep it classic DB5. No customization whatsoever, besides the engine, brakes and all that. You know, there's no visual customization on it, because I think it just looks more amazing. And just imagine if we could use them guns, how cool it would be. Unfortunately, we can't. So, next vehicle is the Benefactor V12. Now, obviously, this is a V12, so stock. It's one of the fastest saloon cars, and when it's customized, it's even better than some of the sports cars. It's pretty cool. We kept the tyre rims stock, colour, nice silver. It goes with the red, I feel like, and obviously we fully maxed it out, so it is a beast of a car. Again, this is another car that will definitely be going around the Nürburgring when we get Sony Vegas up and running again. Now we've got some of our off-roading vehicles. Now this is technically meant to be the Porsche in real life. The Porsche Caramoni, I can never remember it. But technically it's the Obey Roccato. And basically it's a nice four-door luxury car. It's a bit like that footballer's car, you know. The footballers' wives, they all have these, and footballers all have these. I think Rooney has one of these. For those that know Wayne Rooney, will know he has this car. Anyway, we have more of a bit bigger car now. We have our classic American Granger, basically. Basically, it's a Cadillac, or it's basically American proper SUV sort of thing. This is something the Secret Service use. It's highly recommended. It's a brilliant car. And I wonder whether we can do this. No, we can't. But anyway, that is a brilliant car. Doesn't handle the best, doesn't have the best speed, but again, it's fun if you want to do roleplay with FBI, or you just want an SUV that looks pretty cool. Because imagine that coming down an alleyway chasing you. You're trying to chase someone, and you're going down an alleyway chasing them with that. It is scary for some people. Anyway, let's move on to the third floor. Oh, hang on, we've got to actually get up the steps, that would help. Right, third floor. Here we go. So, we have the Audi A6. I can't remember off the top of my head. Or A5. Basically, I watched Transporter, and basically I like the Audi on that. So I made a load of Audis. Basically, it's a nice white, and it's pretty cool. Fast speed, fast handling, it can drift. Basically, it's a good car to race with. If you want a car to race, use that. But again, it's a saloon car, so I'd recommend using the V12 down there. It's a good car. Again, the exact same car. Really cool. This is a silver colour that, again, you know, I like my silver, and you know I like my black. We've already had this car. This is basically the exact same car as we had in the other garage. So, we move over to the car that we've been waiting for all day. We've seen two cars that look exactly like it, but this is the sport version. This is the version that Franklin has. Now, this isn't graphite. This is the one below graphite. There's more like a silvery graphite on it, so it looks a lot nicer. Again, I've kept silver rims because it went with the silver car. It's been blacked out, fully souped up. It is an amazing car. Now we have the car that I really like. Let's go over here. Let's put this on. And for some reason, it's taking us up here. Ah, that's brilliant. Oh well, that doesn't matter. Right, hopefully it'll take us back quick enough. Won't take too long, guys. Right, so, then we have the first car that I ever had in GTA Online, the Red Beast. Basically, I kept it classic, kept it good. Basically, it's your standard issue car, so obviously it's been souped up throughout time, because obviously when I was on my 360, I reached level 200 and something, or 300. I was able to reach a high level, and obviously now I've been able to max it out and look after it and keep it in my garage. And obviously it's my favourite garage. This is my favourite garage altogether, so it stays in here. Now, this is our off-roading, you know, classical off-roading cars, and some of our more modern cars. So, you have your classic Range Rover Sport that are both black and silver. We're going to go over these quickly because obviously you want more detail. We can do another video on them. Basically, these are a beast vehicle. It's the Baller. These you can find absolutely everywhere in the city, and I really like them. Then, you have the matte black Baller LE and the Baller LE Chrome. So basically I wanted like a footballer's car, modern, you know, cool millionaires kind of car, but I also wanted the normal car that you'd see a footballer having with the tinted windows and everything. It's really cool. I like this car. It never lets you down, these two, because they've got loads of speed. They're actually kind of good at taking bullets too. Can't take missiles because they're not the armoured versions, but they're really good. Anyway, here we come to basically what is known as the G-Wagon. Now in real life, well in GTA game, it's the benefactor dubster. It's basically the Mercedes. Now I wanted it like the ones you've seen in Dubai, so you've got your chrome, you've got your gold with bits of chrome on, and you've got your matte black. Now these are all boss fast vehicles. Every single one of these on this floor is an amazing car. They all handle well, go fast. It's just brilliant. Definitely buy these cars if you want a good off-roading race. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the last garage. So I'll see you guys when we get there. Okay guys, so we're back now in the third garage, first floor. And we have a Mercedes that is the Schwartzer. It's a pretty cool car. Nice red colour on it. It's actually just a normal standard red, blacked out. And basically this car is fast. It's got good handling. It's an amazing car all around. Now we're going to skip this car because it's just a car that I drove in by accident. Yeah, quite a while ago actually. Should have probably got rid of it. Then we come to Dom's car. Basically everyone knows it's Dom's car when it looks like this and someone's buzzing in but they're not coming in. Basically this car is the Ponte Dukes. It is an amazing car. Its speed is brilliant. Its handling is brilliant. But also for some reason its big brother is a lot better because it's armoured. It's basically a Karuma but with a lot more armor. For some reason the passenger's a lot more exposed, but I guess that's because obviously he can shoot. The driver's got to concentrate on driving, you know, like you do. It's a really cool car. It was obviously only available as single player. There was a few mods and glitches how to get it in game. And then it came out and it is a beast. Then you have your old classic Porsche, the Retro Custom Comet. And basically I went for a red because everyone was putting different colours and I just wanted to see what colour I could put on it. And this colour, I should say, looked amazing. But when I think about it, if you look at the Need for Speed 2015 game, the Porsche on that, the green was really nice. So if you ever didn't want a red, you could put like a lime green or something like that on it. And again, that would be look really nice. Okay, so what we have now is we have the Dodge Charger, the one that Dom drives in Fast and Furious, but obviously it's not the same colour and everything, so it's not exactly Dom's, I'm just describing. It's known as the Bravado Gunlet, and basically it's a beast vehicle, lots of speed. It's brilliant, but again, it's a muscle car, so it kind of lets you down with the corners. Right, so every car on this floor, again, is a luxury car in my way, because if they're on this, besides this, obviously, this is a goner. The minute this video is over, it's probably getting taken outside and blown up. Basically every car that's in these garages, in the mothership of garages, is basically a classic car. Now, basically, you've seen this car, so there's over it. I had to for some weird reason. Then we have the Ruiner. It is basically a nice car that I found a while ago. I like the look of the Ponte Ruiner. It was the modified one. It was weird and cool with all the guns, but I didn't like, obviously, the guns, the parachute, and the price and all that. So I just went for nick them off the street and customizing it. And it is fast. It is cool. It's good at drifting. It's very good at rallying too. Definitely recommend it. Now we have the normal Sultan, and basically it's a beast of a vehicle because it's the classic Sultan that everyone would used to have on GTA 4 when you used to go to the back of the house near the spawn. It's a pretty cool car. It's pretty much the same colour that's on the other Sultan, but this obviously Sultan is very slow compared to the other Sultan, but still a very good car in my book, aka why it's in here. Now we have the exact same car as that Bravado, but different colour. Decided I wanted a red and I also wanted a white one, so I got both. Then we have a car that I haven't driven in a while. It's the Cheetah Classic. It's basically a Ferrari. I can't remember what Ferrari it is now. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since I've been looking at cars like this. It's a brilliant car. Nice white, blacked out windows. I just think it goes well with the car. Then we got a car we're not going to go over because, again, this is a car that I nicked, customised, and was meant to sell, but haven't sold. Don't know why. That's a bit weird. And again, we've got basically the exact same cars downstairs, but I replicated it into a car that was more convertible and more faster, actually. This one, for some weird reason, has got more horsepower than the other one down there. So, we're going to go to the last but not least floor, where we have some of our more modern, well, not modern, when I say modern, I mean some of them are updated cars that I've recently bought, because I do floor by floor. So we get to the top floor. Now, this is the Scotty Stinger. This is the normal version. And this is the convertible version. Now, to be honest, I like them both. But I do like the way, obviously, that can have the tinted windows then. But I also like it at night and day when it's not in the horrible weather. You can go on a cruise with this with your mates and do car shows with this. But obviously, if it's rainy and wet, you're doing a car show or cruise, you can take that one out. So it's cool. It's cool. Now, obviously, we've got a modded colour here. Now, this isn't a bad thing, modded colours. Modded colours are something you can do in the social club. And the social club basically just allows you to modify colours and make them pretty cool. Really fun to make, because there's actually some really cool varieties. Now, this one is the Sentinel XS. Again, this is another car that is basically just a remake on the one I have down there. Won't go over it too much because it's a normal car. It's really good though. Definitely recommend it. If it's your first time in GTA, look for this car, nick it, steal it, keep it. That's all you ever want to do. Then we have a car that really let me down because it's basically the Ford Escort. Something I'd been asking for a while, but it's really bad. It's known in this game as the Vapid Reunite. I like to think then as how I was going to say it and spell it. But it's a cool car. Nice blue on it. Nice white. Then we have, basically it's the old Shelby GT500. And it's basically, the only thing is though, in the game, it's calling it as the Dubachi, aka the Aston Martin. But it's basically the Dubachi Rapid GT Classic. It's a really cool car. I've put the L and the paint on it. I basically tried to make it as good as we can. Now, before this car came along, this was my Shelby GT500. The only thing that I had that was close enough to a Shelby GT500, but it's also a Camaro if you want it to be. Now, again, these two are probably two of my favourite cars because they're nice muscle cars that are classic and really good. And some of my favourite cars. I used to always drive around on that because it reminded me of the Shelby and a Camaro. But now that's in, I drive that all the time. So, that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Press the notification button down below for instant notifications. And I hope you've liked this car meet. Not this car meet. This car video. Because we will be doing a car meet probably with some of these cars in the future. And I will see you guys next time.